All right, so we wanted to do a quick trading and in general daily recap of the charts and so on and so forth. So this is the trade that I took. It's a break even, as we can see right here. Um, so I'm gonna go over the thought process and so on and so forth. All right, so yesterday during the close market, I wrote, right now, I would want to be bearish, but honestly, nothing bearish is getting respected. No chain cracking correlation to the downside, no follow through like to the downside. For now, bullish unless overnight we form like a weekly cycle or a daily cycle with a true change state of delivery to the downside. I won't be looking to short. Basically, what I'm stating is that I'm bullish until I'm proven otherwise. Now, as I get into the charts, first thing, a bit scary, this new week opening gap. I wasn't really concerned about it as ES did fill it, so that wasn't so hard for me to rule out as a draw on liquidity. So I started with a 4 hour. First of all, on Monday, on Tuesday, we did form inverse true changes to the delivery to the upside. So instantly my thought process with YM is that we will wipe out this monthly cycle, which is it's really close to doing. So that means I'm looking to be bullish for YM, which also means I'm bullish because correlated assets. Now, doing pre-market, kind of just saw this. Um, I was looking at this 1 hour chart. Oh, 1 hour chart. And saw this 1 hour fair value gap. And I thought, all right, this is one thing I would be looking at. Then I went to the 15-minute and it's also the same fair value gap. So I just marked this out. No cracking correlation to the downside. We did have an inverse true change in state of delivery to the upside yesterday. Kind of manipulation under true day open. So for me, it just looked like everything is setting up to be bullish. Had no reason to short because I'm bullish until I'm proven otherwise. So I'm still bullish. Went on to the 5 minute. True session open right here. Barely any manipulation. No 90-minute above high day, nothing. So yeah, I was going into it with a bullish bias. So then I actually started looking to take a trade. So 9 a.m. opens and leaves a wickless candle. So it's an hourly candle that is also wickless. So instantly that's kind of my short-term draw that I want to get up to. But we have this fair value gap under. We wiped the micro instantly. So I kind of didn't have no other option but to wait for a 5 minute or wait for a new micro. Now what happens? A micro forms. Here I'm thinking, all right, we just engineered liquidity right above the CE of the fair value gap. So what is potentially going to happen? New microcycle opens, manipulates into the CE, and we distribute higher. So I wait. We did end up tapping CE, but before the new cycle opening. So I'm just waiting. What happened here? Instantly we form a micro and we still have the 90-minute with ES and YM. So we have a lot of bullish cracks and nothing saying that we're gonna go towards shorts. Now I saw this true change instead of delivery. I'm thinking, all right, I'm gonna get an inverse and then I will long. What happens here? We form a true change instead of delivery to the downside because we formed with YM on this candle. So um, or in this candle, yeah, on this candle. So we formed it down and then we inversed it. Now I could have taken this. This would have been kind of valid, but the stop is like 45 points, 49 points. So that for me is just too big of a stop with true change state of delivery. Second thing is we're still inside the previous candle's range. That's also a bit of a red flag. Then what happens afterwards? We react and we form another true change state of delivery. So right now we have a lot of bullish signals, but have not like, right, if I was to enter on this invalidation point here, that's a 70-point stop. That for me is a no-go too. So essentially what I'm waiting for is some kind of like new invalidation point. That's when we form this fair value gap. If we look on YM, it's not a fair value gap. So if we trade into this, we are reacting of a true change state of delivery combined with a first presented after a true change state of delivery. So this fair value gap for me is my second entry option. And what happens next? We trade in, form a SMTF, and also a swing divergence. And that's where I got my entry. I waited for yeah, right here. I waited for some kind of displacement higher, forming a swing point, and just entered. Ended up getting stopped because my break even was the 9 a.m. candle high. And as we can see, we tapped it and instantly rejected. And I really didn't like this rejection. And even though like my overall direction was right for the day, I would have been stopped out and went higher. Now I could have entered here, but personally I didn't like this type of entry because we're retesting the true chain state of delivery again after basically hitting my draw on liquidity, which we didn't do on NQ. And we also formed a 90-minute. So yeah, price just ended up rallying higher. Right here, was thinking of taking another trade if you form an inverse true chain state of delivery. But again, if I want to enter right here, that would mean a stop of 62 points. So I just skipped it. And what happened next is 10 a.m. opened. As we can see, I'll turn on off the SMTF. So 10 a.m. open. And that's where I kind of like, all right, I'm not getting anything with quarterly theory. I kind of took my trade for the day, so I was just tape reading. And what happens is I see this 15-minute fair value gap, and I'm thinking, oh, I mean order block, and a bit of a rejection block that we rejected from, and I'm thinking, all right, like that's a good thing we're rejecting off a high time frame PDRE. What happens next is we form a true change state of delivery, and I could have entered here. Stop would still be like 45 points. So so I could have entered there, but honestly the fact that a new 4-hour candle formed, it kind of had everything lining up. To be honest, I could have taken this, but like just the stop size was just way too big for me, so I would have needed like to enter right here or after the first SMTF, which we didn't get. So we went down, and we also went down into this bullish 15-minute rejection block because it's rejecting an order block, and it closed bullish, which is also a 5-minute rejection block. So kind of have this level right here. Also, if we look, it aligns with the OTE. We come in, tap the 15-minute PD array, whatever, everything is nice. We're not in a premium. Then we form this rejection block. So I I could have entered right here, targeting either the 10 a.m. open or these highs, relative equal highs. So that's where I set my limit. And right here I get tagged in. Stop loss goes on the low. Take profit on this high, but I partialed at 10 a.m. key open. I did this on my practice account. So if we go on NQ, I did end up taking this rejection block too, but it didn't work out. But yeah, here we go. I don't know why it's showing this candle. I got taken down on this candle. And basically what happened is we took profit and then we stopped me out at break even by 3 ticks and then rallied up higher to take profit. There was no opportunities that did present later because we didn't end up going back to the 10 a.m. key open. So the only way to trade this 10 a.m. key open was of the manipulation lower into the 15-minute order block, forming a 15-minute rejection block, entering it, forming a 1-minute rejection block, and just taking it up to the 10 a.m. key open with the aligned bias. So for the outlook tomorrow, we just ended up rallying higher. For the bias tomorrow, honestly, I'm not really sure. I think that we may potentially see high of week put in like right now or tomorrow with a high time frame SSMT, preferably a weekly cycle. And I will look to short unless we form no bearish cracks and correlations. Then I will find another hourly or 4-hour PD array that we can trade into and then just long up higher to all-time highs again. So yeah, that is pretty much it. All the recaps for everything. That's how my trade went. That's my breakdown. The logic behind the bias, the logic behind the other stuff. Also, this hourly rejection block with the 10. Today was just a really good 10 a.m. day. So yeah, that's it. And bye.